Hello, everyone. Good morning. You're having coffee with Miss Coco. You hear that? You see that? That's the sound of a good brew. You see me sipping on a good brew. Sometimes in life, you get the realization when it comes to really waking up. And I'm not talking about that typical woke stuff. I'm talking about accepting the consequences of when you know you're doing the right thing and accepting the consequences, even if the consequences are not going to fall in your favor. So I'm here in the flesh, and I feel like everybody's out there, they're doing what they want to do, and I personally feel like I don't ask for much. I just want to do the right thing. I feel like in my life, I have been in so many situations where I have chosen to do the right thing, but I am a leader. I see myself as that, and I feel like when you're a leader and you're doing the right thing and you're trying to move in a way that other people don't move, a lot of people want to see you fall. So it's an old saying, that song, by James Brown, paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss. I pay the cost to be the boss. I pay the cost when I speak up and I say the right thing of what I say, what needs to be said. If it needs to be said and nobody wants to speak up and say it, then I'm going to say it. I'm going to pay the cost to be the boss, because when it comes to doing the right thing, I'm still going to take up for people who don't have a voice of their own, whether they're dead or living. And I understand that when it comes to me wanting to do the right thing and me paying the cost to be the boss, I understand the risk. I understand that a possible consequence when it comes to doing the right thing and speaking up for what is right. I understand that one of those consequences can be dealt. I understand one of those consequences can involve having everything you value being taken away from you, and people being conditioned to have a new perspective of you, to see you in a certain light that may not necessarily be the truth. So I could sit up here and I could talk about all day about all the bad things that happen, but truth be told, I'm not the only one in this boat with the paddle when it comes to this thing called life, or bad things happening to them. There are millions of people who have had bad things happen to them, tragic things happen to them. So I'm just here to say that this is my way of doing things. And no matter the cost, I'm willing to pay it. And the only cost I don't want to pay is the cost of putting my soul on the chopping block. I don't want to lose my soul. And so if I lose everything else, that's fine with me. As long as at the end of the day, I can sit with myself and be fine. And know that if I lose things in the tangible, if I lose things that are solid, as long as I know that my soul sits well with God, I can't really worry about how men feel about me. Men, mankind, people, the world. And I try not to focus on that. I try not to focus on that because there are so many people. When I was gone and I came back, I realized that so many people were looking for me. And everybody was like, you left. But a lot of people had good things to say about me. And for a long time, I didn't know how to see myself. I was trying to figure out who I am. And so, for all those who said the wonderful things that they said about me, the positive things that they said about me, who reminded me of things that I forgot about, okay? I'm grateful. I appreciate it. And at the end of the day, as long as I can wake up and have another day to have an opportunity to keep doing the right thing, as long as it pleases God, okay? That's 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 the only thing I'm really worried about. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say like I don't have other things on my plate that I'm not trying to figure out. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not hurt by certain things and certain people when it comes to my life and me trying to figure it out and the hard lessons that I have to learn. But I signed up for this. I signed up for this. And so I talk about a lot of things. I have a lot of views. I have my perspective on things. And so I know that people are going to have their view and their perspective on me. And even though I would hope that it would be positive or good, the reality is there will be people who will see you in a good light, and there will be people who are not going to see you in a good light. But at the end of the day, you still have to be you. You still have to be great. You still have to be good. Even if the people who don't see you in a good light don't want you to be like that. You still have to get up every day and go get it. Even though there may be some days where you know what you want to do, but you haven't found a solution to figure it out. You just got to keep on walking until God gives you a landmark, until God gives you a sign to let you know that you're there and this is the place for you and that you arrived. So I love you. And to all the people that love me, it means a lot to me. And I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted. It's more precious to me than gold. And so, as I go forward, I have to figure things out. Nobody is going to tell me what I should do or what I shouldn't do. And that's another thing. Sometimes God will tell you to do something and then you still walking around here asking people for advice. No, you just need to go and figure it out for yourself and let God guide you and let God give you the wisdom. So as you go through life, you can have the discernment to figure out what's best for you. Because sometimes you're walking through life and you're asking people for advice, and some people mean well, but the advice they're giving, it may not be meant for your situation, especially when you pay the cost to be a boss and you're a leader and you have revolutionary ideas and you don't think like the masses, and you're trying to go in a place, you're trying to embark upon a new journey, and you're the trailblazer. You're the one, as you walk through life and you make those footsteps, you're the one making the blueprint. Nobody else knows where that place is. You're the one that's going to land there first. You're the one that's going to make the first steps. So that's all that I have to say. And that's really it. So I don't like to be like this, and I know that they say on the YouTube that people don't, I don't know. It's not really the best thing, okay, to be like this. But it is what it is. So until next time, darling, be you, be great, be good.